So, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I am fine.
Okay. So, can you please tell us your name?
My name is Robert Ruibal.
Ruba. That is an interesting last name.
Yes, it's a mixture of French and Spanish.
Nice. And you're French on your father's side?
No, that my name is a mixture, but my descendants are American.
Americans?
American. Yes.
Okay. So, where are you from?
Colorado in the United States.
Okay. How long have you been here in Colombia?
5.5 years.
Okay. From those 5.5 years, what do you think about Bogota?
I think Bogota is an interesting place. I learn things every day. It's amazing, but then it has a lot of, I don't know, like, not faults, but things that are kind of make it difficult. Like maybe the security or maybe a lot of the public transportation. But I think for me, the majority of the things that I find with Bogota are very interesting.
Very nice. What do you miss the most from United States?
Well, besides my family, I miss certain parts of like the American life. As you know, that America is really big into American football. And now it's American football season, so I miss that. I miss going to live games. I miss the fall in the United States when the leaves turn colors, right? I miss that because that's very beautiful. And I miss certain holidays, like say 4th of July and then Thanksgiving, which is later on this month.
So yeah, I remember, because you mentioned 4th of July,
Mm-hmm.
I remember that it was so big and everyone is so patriotic. Like you can see everything is blue, white, and red.
Red,
Like,
white, and blue, yes.
Red, white, and blue, yes. Even like people dress like that. They have like, for example, accessories like from those colors, shirts like that. Day is so big, like you can feel almost that you're like you belong to that place because it's like so patriotic. I really like that.
Well, not only that, it was just because because like it's like the big holiday in the middle of summer,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like a big, it's very patriotic, but it's all just a big party weekend, like where you have barbecues, parades, fireworks. It's just big. Yeah, it has a patriotic theme, but it's party.
Okay, yeah.
Parties.
Well, we know about Paris,
Yes.
as you can see, but
Yes.
something that I don't miss from United States is Christmas
You
and
don't?
New Year.
No? Why is that?
Because I don't know if it was my family, like the family that I was living with, but it was just like, having dinner at 5 p.m. and then, okay, see you tomorrow, go to sleep.
That was it? Uh-huh.
That was it, and I was like, oh my gosh, in Colombia we will be just studying, like wait until midnight and say hello to everybody and go with the neighbors and kisses and hugs and everything. And I was like there, laying down in my bed, sleeping. Like for me, it was so hard. Like the other day, just wake up in the morning, hello, I don't know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And that was it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I miss Colombia.
Well,
I miss everything.
it's funny because in 2008, I spent Christmas here with some friends in Paipa. And I was used to, like you said, we don't have to wait till midnight or whatever. And they told me we have to wait till midnight before we have dinner and open presents. And I thought I was like, what? So because of me, they had the dinner earlier because of me.
Okay.
Yeah. They started like at 10 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they said this gringo or whatever, he's not used to it, so we have to change our tradition
He needs to
for
go
him.
sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Or for example, like for us, like all the things that we have, like go around with the baggage.
Yes.
To I don't know, to expect for the next year to travel, or we do many things at midnight, and the fireworks, and people dancing on the streets, in United States was so quiet and so, oh my gosh, yeah, I could feel that.
Mm-hmm.
No. I
This-
didn't like that.
This last New Year's, some students invited me. I was in Usme.
Okay.
What is that? Danubio Azul.
Danubio Azul.
Azul. I was there, and it was wild. They had like a balcony. They had an asada, barbecue and stuff. It was nice. It was fun dancing, just how you described.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you like that or do you think it's too loud for you?
No.
Do you like
It
that?
was
Do you
nice.
like partying?
Yes, I just have to get used to it. I have to get used to it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, so now the question, the
Yes.
important question. Do you feel safe here in Bogota?
For the most part, yes. And although I have had some bad instances where I have been robbed, I think like 95% of the time I feel safe.
95.
Yeah, probably those 5% is like just either being at the wrong place at the wrong time or just being in places where you know you shouldn't be, right, at certain times.
Okay, and
Yeah.
do you miss the safety that, or the, let's say, illusion of safety that provides America?
Well, I think I never really thought about it till I arrived here because I think there you're just used to having that level of security or safety that you don't think twice until you're in a different environment and then you think, wow, it was, it's different like that in the United States. So now I would appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was remembering that I was talking with a veteran in
Mhm.
United States, and that person was telling me because I have never agreed with guns, you know, like
Yeah.
the policy
Yes.
that the United States has. But this person was telling me like the government doesn't have to protect you. The
Okay.
government is not made to protect you. You need to protect yourself. So
Mhm.
that's why America allows people to have guns, right? So you have to do it yourself,
Okay.
right? So that's why many people have guns
Mhm.
in order to protect themselves or their families. Like once you think further about it, like it kind of makes sense. But if you stand up on the other part of of this topic, you can think like, how could it be if everybody has a gun, right? Like you say something and I'm just going to shoot you because I don't like what you said, or
Yeah.
because you I don't know, you push me, or right? So I think that it makes sense, but it needs to be like more controlled. What do you think about it?
Well, I think most Americans agree that, or they know it's our right? It's like part of our Constitution. And they tend to think kind of like what your friend was saying, that we do have to protect ourselves, that what good is it if, like, say I don't have a gun, but then a thief or something breaks into my house, or someone breaks into my house and they have a gun and I don't. So how am I supposed to protect my home and my family against someone who has, superior firearms or whatever? So, but the drawback is, as you know, all these mass shootings, all these crazy people that just start shooting all kinds of people in schools, in the malls, and all these public places that I think really, really makes America look bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, but if we talk about security and those kind of things, something that I don't like about Colombia, and when I came back from United States, that it was so hard for me to get used again. It was, to look all the news and you see every day. I don't know. For example, somebody killed other person just over the phone or over a bicycle.
Mhm.
Like that is what hurts me more about this country. Like we are in a bad situation about safety and about security. Like people is just killing each other. I don't know, in a very bad way. Like I